in the worship
I saw a deer last night.
I could get into that. You what?
I saw a deer last night. I think it came out of the cemetery. You know, deer can hear the dead being tormented in their grave. Animals can hear that.
You drank a beer?
No, I saw a deer. I saw a deer.
You saw a deer? Oh.
A buck. A buck. He had antlers.
A buck?
He had antlers.
A buck you got? Alright, anyway. Where were we? Oh yeah, sex, and more sex. Alright, the religious signs of the first Masons of Babylon was scattered throughout the world after their language and work was confounded by the Lord. The Old Testament gives an apt account for the worship of the sun god by the Hebrews and the children of Israel. And again, the Israelites prayed for the Lord God to worship Baal, who was worshipped as the father of the Egypt. What the hell are you doing? Jupiter and Rome, Mithra and Persia, Zeus and Greece. That's funny, they're trying to say that Jesus is real. It's supposed to be something that says the real Yahshua was Zeus, and it's got a picture of a statue of Zeus and a picture of Jesus. They look exactly the same. And they're saying that Zeus is Zeus. That Jesus is Jesus, Zeus.
Well, you got my undivided attention on that one.
And Zeus is Satan. Yahshua is another word for Satan.
You're getting my undivided attention, that's for sure.
Krishna in India, there's something to think about. You think you're worshiping Jesus Christ or Savior, and you're actually worshiping Satan. And there actually is no Jesus. And I posted something, what if there was no Jesus? Just something to think about. Doesn't mean you gotta live your life any different. There just wouldn't have been a guy named Jesus.
Sounds like you got a firm definition of what's real in your mind.
And Carolyn probably called her wrong by the Masons. December 25th is the resurrection of the sun god of the ancient mystery. And the significance of this date is based on the fact that it falls approximately 3 days after the death of the sun at the winter solstice. Now, in 2 Kings 23, 1 through 25, the king of Judah, Josiah, wrote, "Destruction upon the Masons and idolatrous priests of his kingdom." The Hebrew calendar is patterned down through the Babylonian lunar moon calendar.
Okay.
One of the months is named Tammuz, after the son of Queen Semiramis, the mother/wife, queen of Nimrod.
That is kind of cool you still know how to read, though.
Well, the mother and wife queen of Nimrod. I don't know if she's a mother or wife.
His mother and his wife are...
He's a mother and a wife, I guess. Now, Tammuz was I remember something like that. The mother was the wife. Tammuz was defied and worshipped sometimes as the sun and sometimes as Nimrod. Reincarnated and named Tammuz. So, Nimrod was reincarnated and named Tammuz. In Ezekiel 8:14-6, are you getting all this? Nimrod was reincarnated, named Tammuz. Tammuz had a mom and a wife named Semiramis, which I think is...
I'm listening to you, alright, I'm listening.
Osiris' wife, actually. Osiris is Satan. But anyway, during the Babylonian captivity, the kingdom of Judah, Jews so-called, came into contact with the ancient religion of Nimrod.
This sounds like really well rehearsed. How long have you been rehearsing this sermon?
Traditions.
You've been rehearsing this sermon for a long time?
It was to be over 1,000 years evolving in its written form and called the Palestinian Babylonian Talmuds. The very heart of Judaism today revolves around the Babylonian Talmud, a written maze of filthy and restrictive teachings that have superseded the Old Testament scriptures in importance. At the time of Jesus, the oral Talmud was the heavy yoke of Pharisees and scribes. The initiates to Nimrod's religion was sought to impose upon the Israelites. Jesus makes a direct reference to a portion of these traditions in Matthew 15, 1-9, and in Mark 7, 1-13. You got all that. The council, Sanhedrin, and the synagogue were both developed during and after the Babylonian captivity. Within Judaism, we find a mystical stream of traditions called the Kabbalah, which is the heart of the ancient mystery of religion dating on back to the time of Nimrod.
That has to do with quantum physics, I hear.
And it is usually identified as the Hebrew Kabbalah, but that is very misleading as the religions of the East, especially Hinduism, have contributed much to its present-day structure. Kind of a collaboration. The Kabbalah, clothed in Jewish terms and Old Testament names, is at the heart of Masonry, and this is exactly why Masonry and Judaism seem so very nearly identical. However, let us not be deceived. The mysticism and teaching of the Kabbalah is much older than Moses and the law of the Old Testament, and it is the satanic thread woven through all religions of the world.
Okay.
All the occult movements, and it is cleverly hidden in the symbols, rituals, and ceremonies of Masonry and the Catholic Church.
Okay.
And the so-called denominations of the Protestants are now subverted with much of the hidden philosophy of the Kabbalah. Am I saying that right? Kabbalah.
Kabbalah. Kabbalah. Kabbalah. Kabbalah. I know you have to try to act Hebrew when you're.
Let's hear about Lady Queenborough now.
Act more Yiddish. Get your Yiddish accent. Kabbalah. Kabbalah.
Now, ironically, Lady Queenborough, Edith Starr Miller,
Kabbalah. Kabbalah.
a brave Christian and a Catholic, did an excellent job of exposing Nimrod's religion, Mystery Babylon, and Masonry.
Ooh, I bet I'm about to reach that. I'm reading the Old Testament right now.
Throughout the world. Her book,
Nimrod.
Occult Theocracy, was first published in 1933 after her death. This is an excellent book for all who seek the truth.
Okay.
Its glaring shortcoming is the author did not